In life, it's never too late to try new things, even for professional athletes. Some of them grew up playing one position throughout their childhood, in high school, and in college, but for one reason or another, they end up trying out a new position at some point, and the rest is history. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we dive into 10 athletes who became stars after changing their position. And a big shout out to TJV for suggesting this list. We hope you enjoyed, and if you have any ideas for cool lists, let us know down there in the comments section. You never know, we might use them and give you a shout out. Number 10, Julian Edelman. Edelman was a 7th round draft choice from the New England Patriots in 2009. He played quarterback in college but never put up impressive stats. Bill Belichick used him as a wide receiver early and as a special teams return man. Next thing you know, Edelman bust through as Tom Brady's favorite receiver in 2013. Edelman has since emerged as one of the game's top slot receivers. He guided the Patriots to Super Bowl 49 and 51 championships. Edelman's willingness to go from quarterback to wide receiver put him on the path to greatness. Number 9, Brent Burns. The Minnesota Wild drafted Burns with the 20th selection in the 2003 draft as a right winger. But head coach Jacques Lemaire opted to use Burns on defense from the get-go. It took a while, but things paid off. Burns was traded to the San Jose Sharks in 2011. He was used as both a forward and a blue liner, but moved back to defense in 2014 on a full-time basis. It worked out well. Burns hit the 70-point mark in both 2016 and 17, and he took home the Norris Trophy as the game's top defenseman in the latter year. Burns can still score a ton of points, but he plays shutdown defense too. Better than just being a scoring forward, we suppose. Number 8, Anthony Davis. Davis was a guard throughout his high school days, but once he reached the height of 6'10", it was evident that a change was necessary in college. Davis switched to the power forward and center positions and is now one of the top big men in the NBA. The face of the New Orleans Pelicans posts over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game now. Sure, he could have still dominated at point guard, but now that he's arguably a top 10 player in the NBA, no one's going to complain about his change to the front court. Number 7, Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod was one of baseball's most feared sluggers as a shortstop for the Seattle Mariners and Texas Rangers. But following his trade to the New York Yankees in 2004, Rodriguez had no choice but to move to third base. The reason? Yankee icon Derek Jeter occupied the shortstop position. Rodriguez did just fine at third base. He won a pair of American League MVPs and led the Yankees to a World Series championship in 2009. The change was definitely worth it. Number 6, Charlie Taylor. One of the most versatile football players ever, Taylor was a running back and defensive back at Arizona State. Despite some early success in the NFL as a running back for the Washington Redskins, Taylor converted to wide receiver for the 1966 season. Taylor would lead the NFL in catches in the 1966 and 67 seasons. In the former year, he had 1,119 receiving yards. Taylor retired as an 8-time Pro Bowler and was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Indeed, the conversion from RB to WR was a smart move. Number 5, Hines Ward. Ward showed some flashes as quarterback when he played at Georgia, but he chose to play as wide receiver. He dominated as a pass catcher and was drafted in the 3rd round by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1998. Ward won't ever regret the position change. He's the Steelers' all-time receiving leader and led them to Super Bowl 40 and 43 championships. He was Super Bowl MVP in the former game. With his position change, Ward was rewarded with a stellar NFL career as one of the top receivers in Steelers franchise history. Number 4, Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera won the World Series with the Florida Marlins in 2003. A year later, Miggy was playing in the Marlins outfield. Following his trade to the Detroit Tigers, Cabrera became a third baseman before eventually moving to first base. Cabrera got it done as an infielder more than he did as an outfielder. He won the Triple Crown in 2012 and owns a pair of American League MVPs. He undoubtedly has been baseball's best hitter of this decade, thanks in large part to his switch from the outfield to the infield. Number 3, J.J. Watt. Watt played tight end in high school and briefly maintained that position for Central Michigan University. But Watt chose to join the University of Wisconsin, transitioning to the dominant defensive end we all know and love today. Watt has only become the best defensive player in the NFL as a result of the move. He's a threat to reach 20 sacks every season and won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2012, 14, and 15. I don't think he regrets becoming a defensive end, because why the heck would he? There's no telling if he would have even dominated in the NFL had he stuck with being a tight end. Number 2, Rod Woodson. Woodson could do it all. He was defensive back and occasionally played offense in high school. Woodson went to Purdue and played receiver and on the special teams. The Steelers ultimately used Woodson as a kick returner and cornerback. But Woodson would also transition to the safety position as well. All told, Woodson retired as an 11-time Pro Bowler, making it as a returnman, safety, and corner. The 1993 Defensive Player of the Year led the Baltimore Ravens to a Super Bowl 35 championship, too. The position change worked out way better than Woodson could have expected. And number 1, Mariano Rivera. In his early years, Rivera played shortstop for his local baseball team. However, he was told to replace the team's struggling pitcher despite never throwing from the mound before. Rivera succeeded right off the bat and decided to take the pitcher's path to the majors, and it worked. The New York Yankees signed Rivera in 1990. A 13-time closer guided them to 5 World Series championships. And his 652 saves are the most in MLB history. By far the best closer ever. Better than being a shortstop, eh, Mo? What other great athletes changed their positions and became stars? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have any ideas for cool videos, let us know down there too. If you're not subscribed yet, now's a great time to do that. And if you like the video, then like the video. We'd really appreciate it. Until next time, tune in to Total Pro Sports for more cool videos every single day.